the talent of our teams, our design studios, our manufacturer to be able to balance so well inspiration from the past, relevant for today and the future.
Hey WatchTime, wir sind bei Jaeger-LeCoultre und ich bin hier mit Catherine Rénier, CEO, und ich freue mich, über die Neuheiten zu sprechen. Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Can you talk us through the new releases a bit?
Yes. So this year is about precision at Jaeger-LeCoultre in Watches and Wonders. And the precision for us has been a core value since day one. Our founder, Antoine Lecoutre, was recognized in his watchmaking expertise because he could make the best, most precise, smallest component back in the 19th century. So if we fast forward to 2024, the way we express precision this year is through a movement, the Duometre. It's an invention from Jaeger-LeCoultre dating back to 2007. And it's two barrels giving two gear train energy separately in one regulating organ. And each gear train and barrel will give energy either for the timekeeping or for the complication. So if your chronograph starts and needs energy, it will take from its own barrel, and the timekeeping will remain fueled by a constant energy, thus not disturbing the precision of the watch.
Exciting.
One of the highlights in the collection is the Helio tourbillon. So it is a very high-end piece in the Duometre collection. We have 4 models, and the Helio tourbillon has, as I mentioned, the 2 barrels, and also an Helio tourbillon. So it is a 3-axis tourbillon in order to fight the effect of gravity. A beautiful handmade decor behind the Helio tourbillon, a perpetual calendar. And actually, the perpetual calendar has a patent, a new patent for the Maison. The patent is indicating leap year with a specific color on the year. So the 4 of 2024 is red, and this means 2024 is a leap year. And I will ask you for a little quiz, because 2034 is not a leap year. But 2044 is a leap year. So how do we make it that the 4 is either red or black, depending? Well, we have 2 4s, one black, one red, and thus the patent. And this is very ingenious. After 200 years of watchmaking, it has finally been thought about, and we have this very nice patent on this timepiece. It's a limited edition to 20 pieces. Yes.
Wow. How would you describe the inspiration behind the novelty in 3 words?
In 3 words, I would say heritage, passion, and expertise.
Right. Leading up to the precision, probably.
Exactly. Heritage is definitely precision is part of our history. Passion, because you need patience and ingenuity. And of course, excellence and expertise, because these are extremely complex mechanisms.
Yeah. So you're now looking back at almost 6 years. What would you say changed the most?
The world, very much. But for the Maison, I think what we have really accomplished over these 6 years is to have very clear pillars on which we are founding our development, our iconic reverso, our complications and expertise in movement based from our manufacturer, and to bring, in terms of the public, a lot of experience in order to embark them through our exhibitions, like here in Watches and Wonders, but also in our boutiques, or when they visit our manufacturer. We want the public to be embarked in a journey. So we want, watchmaking to be understood, accessible, interesting, and really for the public at large to feel that there is a lot to discover and learn in watchmaking that is fascinating. So we've put a lot of programs in place, including our educative programs with our workshops where you can take classes, but also our Made of Maker programs with artistic collaborations in order to deliver messages in many different ways and touch a large audience.
Is this one of the goals for the brand this year, or what goals would you define?
Well, the goals is of course to make the maison shine, grow, and grow with a lot of stability for the future. You know, what is important is that the foundations we put today are helping the maison to build an even stronger development for the future. So when, for instance, we work on Duometre, that is an invention from 2007, and we bring a new model with a new case and really make Duometre again totally part of a very contemporary interpretation and very relevant to 2024, we know that we are giving this collection a stable future, and that's really our role.
Right. Are there any challenges, do you think, which is Jaeger-LeCoultre facing, or the watch industry especially this year?
Well, I mean, we are, the industry is very crowded. And very mature as well. So, and we sell products in a way that you do not need the same way you did in 40 years ago, when the only way to tell time was to look at your watch.
Yes.
Nowadays, you have plenty of digital tools to do so. So the relationship with your watch has changed dramatically, and it's important for us to explain how mechanical watchmaking is of course a functional support to your daily life, but also a craftsmanship, a heritage, and an artistic component in order for the public and the young generation to embark as well in the interest of our industry. And this salon, like Watches and Wonders, are really playing an important role for that. And that's why the days the salon will be open to the public are very important and are really, for us, a moment to be opening our doors to a wide audience and really make sure that we embark them on our stories and our journey.
You said, there are a lot of brands. What do you think sets the maison apart from other timeless brands?
Two things. Our manufacture, first of all, which is one of the only integrated manufacturer with 1,300 calibers in our portfolio, 400 patents, one more this year with this leap year, and over 180 know-hows under the roof of our manufacturer. So this is really one of a kind for a maison. And then we have one of the oldest watchmaking icon, 90 years, more of 90 years for Reverso, which was born in 1931. So the Reverso is also, a treasure for our maison, and one that has enjoyed over the last few years such a recognition. It's interesting to see how, this timeless design remains very relevant today.
And how does the brand balance being innovative while maintaining the signature look and keeping the heritage alive?
Well, I think a good example is with the collection.
Yeah.
Because the case of Duometre is totally new. And I'm sure you will agree with me that when you look at it, there is a modern feeling. It's very elegant, it's simple, it's pure, it's very open, and quite sophisticated. Well, in fact, the case of Duometre is inspired by pocket watches, and specifically one dating back the late 19th century. Because at that time they also had two barrels, but it was not the Duometre concept, it was just piling up energy. So anyway, the pocket watch had this very curved and smooth shape to fit easily in your pocket. And this is what we intended to design back again with the case here. So here you have a case reminiscent of, pocket watches dating back more than 100 years ago. Still very contemporary, very elegant to today's standard. So I believe it's, of course, the talent of our teams, our design studios, our manufacturer to be able to balance so well inspiration from the past, relevant for today and the future.
Do you think the new collection, especially the Duometre-Kollektion now, sets a new standard in precision for the brand?
It's a continuity. So of course we always intend to set new standards because we challenge ourselves to move forward and always go further. But it's a very nice continuity to what has been built. Duometre was born in 2007. We are taking it on another journey with new complications, new case, new dials, new finishes, new tourbillon. So, we're building again on what was done before and really enriching it for the future.
And you mentioned the reverso. We haven't seen new pieces.
Not yet, but it's coming this year.
It's coming.
Yes.
How do you say the reverso as an iconic takes the collection and even the brand forward?
Well, I believe it's a blessing to have such an iconic model because you can be easily recognizable. And Reverso has a very strong identity, one of Art Deco, one of purity, one of, daring shape with the rectangle. So, yes, it says a lot about who we are, a maison of elegance, a maison of simple, understated elegance. And it's a way for us to be seen, to be recognized, and probably to be understood better.
You opened a new boutique in Munich.
I did.
We had a nice event. And it's your first monobrand boutique in Germany. What is the perfect ratio, in your opinion, between monobrand, retailers, e-commerce?
It's very much depending on the country. E-commerce for me remains a service to our clients. So it's there to be available when our partner, multi-brand or our boutiques are not, When you are in your sofa, when it's late at night and you want to browse, or, you'd rather shop from home. So definitely our e-commerce website is very active, but also has a lot of content, videos, because it's also a way to prepare your choices and understand better the maison that you will dive into. So this plays an important role. And then we balance without a rule. It really depends on the history of the maison and the market. Our boutiques and our multi-brands. It's very important for us to focus on the boutiques with a very strong brand experience, maison experience, because that's where we can tell our stories and really give the Jaeger-LeCoultre journey to the client. But it's also as important in the multi-brand stores to be accessing, a clientele that may not push the door of Jaeger because they don't know us as well, or they want to have a wider choice. So each one of these network plays a different role.
What values and principles are guiding your decision making as a leader?
What I believe is our role at Jaeger-LeCoultre for the management teams is really to respect the heritage of the maison, to be always coherent with the past, but daring with the future. And this is what we intend to take as values when, of course, we make decisions. Excellence and sense of detail, especially in watchmaking, is very important. Creativity as well, and innovation, because it was always a driving force of the maison. And understated elegance, which is more probably a style than a value. But these are the words that come to mind when thinking about what we take into consideration when making decisions.
Amazing. So there are a few couple questions left, more on a personal note. I kind of always ask my interview partners, what is on your list today?
So today it's Duometre, no big surprise. I'm wearing a quantième lunaire. It's a novelty from this year. It's a model in steel with a fantastic blue dial with different shades of blue and finishes. It really comes alive with the foudroyante at 6 o'clock and is extremely easy and comfortable to wear. So
It's beautiful.
a piece of the heart.
I can imagine. And you also mentioned, like we are living in a time where we don't exactly need a watch to read time.
No.
So, but is your watch always set to the correct time and the correct date?
Alors it is, definitely. It's it has become this habit of the morning, this little tradition where putting your watch on and winding it and setting the time, it's the start of the day.
And do you still remember your first watch?
What comes to mind is my first Jaeger-LeCoultre. Because now it's already 6 years and I remember with very fond memories when I was at Watches and Wonders for the first time with the Maison presenting the Reverso Burgundy and it became my number one choice. I wear it almost every day and I've engraved with the lettering that we designed with Alex Trochu for the Art Deco inspiration, my initials, which are also the initials of my daughter, so you can already see my plan for the future. So yeah, it's that's what watchmaking is about. It's memories, emotion, and a lot of tradition.
Amazing. I like that ending. Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
Vielen Dank an euch und das ganze Interview und natürlich alles zu den Neuheiten findet ihr auf WatchTime.